Well, I wasn't thinking of going out today, really. It was very, very late getting back down here, and wasn't really feeling well, and we had thunderstorms rolling through, but 6 o'clock rolled around, and I said to myself, geez, I really want to try the new Knox at least once. All weekend I hadn't even turned the thing on. So I came over to my Cousin Sheryl's house and hung out with my cousin Dave, and we putted around in the yard. He used the AT Pro, and I used the AT Max and the Knox. So basically I was using the Max to find targets, get a sense of exactly where they were and what I thought they were, and then go at them again with the Knox to see how it sounded different and try to learn what the Knox was telling me. I think one of the principal things I'm having some difficulty with right now, well, there's a couple things I'm having difficulty with right now, and that's on the Knox. The sound is, it appears to me, less important than the VDI number, where on the AT Max it's the other way around. You listen to the tones. And once the target's at any kind of depth, the numbers become irrelevant. And apparently it's the other way around on the Knox. And the Knox will sometimes play, you know, a low tone for a target you would ordinarily expect to get a high tone. Or the Knox will play a low tone for a target because it's at depth, but if you remove the target from the soil and go over it again, now you'll get a high tone, because somehow tonality is tied to depth as well as the type of target. I don't know. I don't understand it yet. This is probably all nonsense coming out of my mouth, because this is the first time I've used it. The other thing I was having trouble with was, pinpointing. Of course, the target just isn't where I expect it to be. I'm very, very used to the AT, the AT series, and 1-2 swings, I know exactly where the target is. The Knox, I'm all over the place. The one disturbing experience I had was I had a target that was bright and clear on the AT Max, and the Knox could not see it. It was a wheat penny. It was about 6 inches down, and when I went over it with the AT Max, nice, bright, loud tone, a little bit noisy because there's iron in the soil, but exactly what I would have expected pretty much. Go over it with the Knox, quiet. That was not reassuring. But I know the Knox is an excellent machine. It's me. It's what it is. I need to learn how to use it. That being said, I did have a few finds today. Nothing supremely exceptional, but I did have one really good find. Let's have a quick look. So I had a few pennies. One of them is a Wheatie. That one, I think, is the Wheatie. Yep. 4 pennies. We had a modern dime. We also had a key, which my cousin took because he thinks he knows who owns it, and a quarter, which I just gave to my cousin. And then we have this little ring, which is unmarked, but it rings up like sterling, and it came out of the ground looking like that shine, even though it had been in the ground for a while. It was that pretty deep. So I think this might be a sterling ring. That's a funky looking ring. It looks like a little kid's ring. So, but anyway, even if it's junk jewelry, it's kind of cool. I think it might be sterling. We'll find out. Cute little unicorn. I showed it to my cousin Sheryl. She didn't recognize it, so I guess it doesn't belong to anyone here, so I'm going to take that one home. Anyway, that was it. I had a good time. I got frustrated, but that's because I'm learning. And it's going to take, probably going to take me a good 22 hours solid of hunting with the Knox to appreciate it and start to understand what it's telling me. Right now, the Knox and me, we're talking 2 different languages. And I'm really trying hard to understand, and it's just not all getting through. But it will. It just takes time. Alright, I guess that's it, and I will see you on the next hunt. And we're going to keep learning that Knox, baby. Knox! Hello! Well, today on Chuck and Dirt, we are hunting the 1892 property. There's plenty more to do. Still in the front yard. Haven't even gotten over to the side yard yet. And there is a backyard, but I haven't even tried to get back there. I don't know if we'll get back there today. We'll see. But today we are hunting with the Knox 800. And I absolutely guarantee you 100% that I have no idea what I'm doing with this machine. But fortunately we have our old friend, the AT Max, over there. So every time I find a target with the Knox, I try to pinpoint it. I try to figure out where I think it is. Not using the pinpointing features, but using the 90-degree turn. That's the way I do it, because that should work the same on all detectors. And you know, try to figure out what I think it is, and then I put the Knox down, go grab the max, go over it with the max. That way I can sort of calibrate my Knox experience. Because I can, you know, I get a sense of what I think the Knox is telling me, then go try the max and go, oh, that's what the Knox is trying to tell me, right? So I'm using the max as a sort of a Rosetta Stone, so that I can try things out on the Knox, verify with the max, and calibrate myself. And this is my second hole today, and we got a really interesting find. We've got much closer to the house today than we were last time we were here. And we just pulled up what appears to be a beautiful brooch. So check that out. There is a piece of reflective metal in the center. I'm not sure what it is, but as you can see, there is a lot of detail on this little tiny piece. Isn't that lovely? And when we flip it over, we can see the back is no less detailed. Isn't that crazy? And if memory serves, this rang up about a 17 on the Knox. I am using the 11-inch coil right now. That's a little big for me. I really don't like big coils. I do have a 6-inch coil for the Knox, and I may switch to that eventually. But for now, I'm just trying to learn with the stock coil. But that's really exceptional. I believe this is older than the Art Deco era, so I think this is going to be in the 1800s somewhere. But I'll ask around. I'll get more information later, but even if it's new, it's still a cool find. About 4 inches down, right there. Alright, I will patch this up, and we will continue our inspection of this little area of lawn right here near the house. I wish I could show you the house. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. We'll continue our inspection of this little area, and after we're done here, we're going to move over there, across the driveway, and then maybe we'll get in the backyard. I don't know. We'll have to see. I kind of have to go through some gates, and I really hate to just barge through the gates when someone's back there enjoying themselves. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I work up the courage to just go back there. All right. I guess that's it, and I will see you at the next find, if there is one. Well, just goes to show you that even a complete novice with a new detector can still find something worth finding. I came over here to the side yard. Been working along here. It's all moss, you can see. It's all moss along here. Patchy, I think that's one of mine. We had a little coin spill right there. There's some roots there. I got a little dirt on top of the ground, unfortunately, but that'll all wash away in the next rain. But over here, I have a pair of signals. I only dug one of them. It was the lower of the two. I have a deeper signal over here, I think. I'm going to check that in a minute. But this signal, ooh, not the best plug, huh? Moss is really hard to work in. The rain will make that look better. It'll look fine after a rain. Anyway, let's talk about the target. Here it is. And as you can see, that is, it looks like an 1885 or 1887 Indian head penny. Now, right now it's still encrusted, and it will probably clean up very nicely when toothpicked. And I'll do that later. It's getting late. I want to keep hunting. I want to check this other target. But as you can see, even a guy who doesn't know what he's doing with the Knox can still score a little something. Oops. Where are we? There we go. A little something special. 1887. I'm pretty sure that's an 1887. Anyway, there you go. This is only my second time out with the Knox. Of course, I'm in a good location. It's an 1892 house, and I have found one other Indian head here in 1870, way over in that side yard, way over there on the other side of that big tree. There's something you don't dig every day. It's the face of a pocket watch. Looks like the name of the pocket watch is actually on there. I can't read it. I don't know how old it is, but you can see it's chipping away, which is usually what happens. You know, by the time we recover these objects, the face is usually just gone. You know, it's fallen away in pieces. I don't know how old it is, but maybe if we zoom in, we can find out what that name is together. Oh, American Waltham Watch Company. Okay. Well, they were very big in the 1880s, so that's probably about where this comes from. It might be newer, I don't know. That's lovely. That is lovely. Cool. All right then. Let's find the next item. Well, I need to pack up and get going. It's getting late. I'm having a lot of fun with the Knox. Yeah, it seems to be working really well, and I feel like with every target I pull, I learn something. I love the ground here. It's definitely rife with artifacts. A lot of modern stuff, but some old stuff is here, and I got a lot more of it to do. I've only done a little piece of the side yard. I have to come back and finish it. And we've got that whole backyard there. Looks like half an acre. So, yeah. And we did get one nice target to end on, a little piece of the 1800s. Have a look. It's a little, beautiful, decorative, flat bouton. Yes. And, whoops, sorry. As you can see, the shank is broken off, but the maker's mark is pretty legible. There's B-U-R-N A-M. I don't know. I'm sure that once I get under a extra, burn extra AM something. Anyway, it's a beautiful find. It's a nice way to close out the day. So I gotta pack up and get out of here. So we'll shoot a wrap up in a couple of minutes, and then I really gotta roll. And now it's time on Chuck and Dirt, then we wrap up. So let's wrap up. Alright, so we found a lot of targets today. This yard continues to deliver on pennies. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 pennies, plus 5 wheat pennies, that's 28 pennies, 5 nickels, and 2 dimes. 20, 45, 65, 68 cents. And this lovely, I checked the date, it is an 1881 Indian. Toothpicked it a tiny little bit just to see the date. We'll give it a good brisk toothpicking later. We had this lovely little brooch, I think it is. It looks very old, but it's very pretty. I like it. Then we had this little key. This looks like a gas cap from a motorcycle or something. And the faceplate. And it does say Waltham American Watch Company on it. And that's an old company. So I think this might be a very old watch plate. Might go back to the 1880s. Don't know though. Don't know. Have to do some research on that one. But it's still a cool find. I think it's a very... No, it might be the second time I found a watch face. Yeah, it was quite a surprise when it came out of the ground. Oh, what that's about, man. Anyway, getting eaten alive by bugs. It's late. I learned a lot with the Knox today. I'm really liking the new machine. I still love my Max. I'm still going to use my Max. Now I have 2 different machines I can go at the same ground with, and hopefully double up on finds. Anyway, I'm really glad you joined me today. It was fun having you here, and I hope you had fun. And I hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting that like button. And I hope you'll join me next time so that I can see you on the next hunt. Okay, I am having a moment here. I just pulled something. I don't know what it is, but it's exciting. Trying to keep it together.